Hey Rock Hill, this is Pastor Kyle, and I'm actually here to introduce you to our new interim associate pastor, a man named Duane Perry, and I'm excited to just ask him a couple questions so that you get to know him. Duane, why don't you just start off telling us a little bit about yourself and maybe your call into ministry and experience in ministry?
Call took place when I was very, very young, and I told Kyle the story. It's kind of a weird one and a long one, but share it. I graduated from Bethel College and Bethel Seminary, and then served churches in Washington, Iowa, and Federal Way, Washington, and in Avon, Connecticut, and Denver or Evergreen, Colorado, and most recently at Lakeview Covenant in Duluth, and served there for 11 years.
And what was your ministry there? What did you do?
I was associate pastor, worked with small groups, taught confirmation, and just had a great time with the kids.
That's great. That's great. And you're married to Linda.
Married to
Tell us a
Linda.
little bit about your family.
Next year we will celebrate 50 years of marriage, and 3 daughters.
That's great.
And 8 grandchildren. All of our daughters are married and serving the Lord. 2 of them are actually part-time on church staffs, so
Being a pastor's kid, they should know better.
they should know better, but
should.
apparently that lesson wasn't learned.
I guess not. Well, or they learned that you can love the Lord and ministry and your family all the way through.
And they love working in God's church.
That's
They
cool.
just really do.
What a cool testimony. So
And the 3rd daughter that's not involved has a full-time teaching job at a Christian college, at a Christian school.
that's great.
So
That's great. Well, Duane, we've known each other for a number of years now. You actually attended Rock Hill about 5 years ago after you retired at Lakeview. I was wondering if maybe you could just explain a little bit about why here, why now? What's God been stirring in your heart?
Well, when I retired, the worst fear for me as a retiree is being put on the shelf. And 5 years ago, that was my fear. And for 5 years, it's been kind of quiet. And so when Kyle's dad stopped, and we just thought it was going to be catch-up time, he started telling me some of the stuff that's been going on at Rock Hill. And we've been off and on praying for Rock Hill for a long time. I'm not going to say we pray daily, but frequently.
Well, we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he told me, I've got a story for you, and that conversation led to maybe I can make a contribution here. So that's the way I was called here.
Yeah.
And
And so you're looking at this for like another 30 years then, or what's the plan?
well, that would be right up there with the patriarchs in terms of time spent. So,
How old are you now?
6 dozen years old.
All right, 72 years young. Huh?
72 years young.
That's great. Well, I am just so grateful of your willingness to come up. I think right now the plan is 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months.
Just to love on our church in the midst of this transition time and make sure that problems don't compound and help us out through a season of healing, but also pressing on and pressing forward. And so,
And as we talked, my call over the years has been to be an associate pastor, so it's to work with a pastor and just help the ministry go forward in any way I can contribute. That's what I want to do.
well, Duane, I'm really excited that you're here.
I'm
I
excited
definitely
to be
see
here.
the Lord's hand and provision on it, and I look forward to our church getting to know you better over the next weeks and months.
Me too. Actually, I know several people who go here who, some of them I had in confirmation. So it's
Yeah, do you have
kinda fun.
any crazy stories of Steve Gorhuber for us?
Oh, I better not. I
Or
wanna
none
stay-
for
I wanna stay
public
as a friend,
consumption? Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Rock Hill. I'm looking forward for you guys to get to know Duane, and feel free to email me or call me with any questions you might have.